So yeah, I wanted to move on now to teaching materials. And so I just want to say you really have to make sure you have different materials for each student level or age. And once again, going back to working with adult students versus children, adults have egos. We all do. So you need to make sure that they never feel like they're being treated like a young student, like a kid, by giving them the same materials. I know there's plenty of great beginner books and all of that, but you don't want to be giving an adult, a beginner lesson book that has, their tune is row, row, row your boat or something like that. Like you need to make sure that they feel confident about it because when we deal particularly with adults, that ego aspect is just so important to consider. I mean, we get bruised so easily. I always say that like when we are applying for a job, when people are applying for a job in another field that's not the arts, they maybe the orientation is 3 days or a week. They'll go, okay, your first week of the job, you'll come here, we'll show you around the office. You'll have the week to learn how to use Excel spreadsheets, whatever it is you need to do. And that's that. But with music, we know it's a long road. And if you have an adult beginner, they're going to be very, it's easy for them to want to quit, to get discouraged. So don't have things like the music that you're using to teach them be a reason for them to feel like, oh, I'm done with this. They're not treating me like an adult. So really make sure you're tailoring it person to person. Um, any required materials should be purchased by the parents or students, unless there's an obvious financial hardship that's known or something like that. But I will say that once you do start providing, let's say, it's not a big deal. I'll just print out these 2 pages and bring them to the lesson. That starts adding up. And if you're doing it consistently, that you're bringing in, physical copies of things for them to take home, your printing or ink cartridge, it goes quicker than you would think. So really, if you can make sure that the parents or students are purchasing the books when possible, do that. Now, if you are someone that has created teaching materials, that fill up a book, an ebook or PDF, let's say it's a fundamental starter pack that you really like to use with students, you can insist that, the first lesson, charge whatever it is. I'll email it to you, but like this is what I found to be. Once again, you have to incentivize a little bit more if it is something that you created that you're charging them for. Like I found through years of teaching that this, fundamentals routine has been incredibly beneficial. I've taken it from the work I did with these 5 teachers, throughout my career. This is just, I think, just the best place we can get started. I charge $10. It's $10. I can just email it directly to you. That's great. If you have something that's really concise, professional, in a book, whether it's physical or an ebook format, great. You can charge for that once. But if you're just bringing randomly created etudes or studies each week, like you're just writing up a new etude that's tailored to whatever technique you're focusing on with the student, send it to them via email for free. Have them print it out, though. Like I said, it's going to save you money in the long run.